Here's Dave Antoine with a Just the Facts update on Duxbury government on the local scene.
After being away from the mirror room for much of the summer, the Duxbury Zoning Board of Appeals had plenty to discuss on the second Thursday of September. Comprehensive permits dominated the first half of the meeting as they began with the administrative agenda items first. These two matters of which the board believed should be handled administratively and not turned into a ZBA discussion, citing the need for residents to be able to move forward on their proposed projects without delay. The board felt that perhaps in the future they could dedicate a night to comprehensive permits and streamlining their management within the town. First up was a residence on Checkerberry Circle as new parents Michael and Mary Preet were requesting a building permit to construct a 15 by 15 sunroom to be determined by the board if it's a substantial or insubstantial modification of a comprehensive permit. The board believed that there will be a way to define what's reasonable and can be handled administratively, feeling that they have the staff to create language and parameters to how it can be addressed. This homeowners association approved item was approved by the ZBA. The next item involved the application of putting up a shed, voted with a 5-0 vote under administrative approval and not as a major modification. Moving on to the items that did require a public hearing, with the first case on 66 Elder Brewster Road, a continuance of an applicant's proposal to construct a covered porch under a pre-existing non-conforming dwelling, which would require a special permit. This case brought in a smorgasbord of town input, the Board of Health involving an inspection of biomicrobics, the Conservation Commission with a notice of intent along with approval, and an order of conditions with no modifications, while the Design Review Board sending their okay. The Planning Board, having provided a memo on review of the project in a flood hazard area, had taken a roll call vote to defer judgment on a special permit application to the ZBA, but the caveat being the availability of a full zoning board, as only 4 members were present, in this case required a supermajority vote. The board gave the presenter an option of a straw poll, where they would at least hear the presenter on the topic and then take it up at a next meeting with the information to have in tow. The presenter provided a copy that would put a 13 by 14 screen porch over an existing deck, but the special permit request is because the site is at 22% existing building coverage, and this project would bring it to 23%. The project includes the creation of a pool, redoing a back patio, and adding pool utilities. The ZBA took a more in-depth look at the plan with discussion leading to their main concern about the project's overhang, one that they imposed did not have more than 12 inches to it. Upon the straw poll, the board was good at the project and voted with the supermajority. They then continued a subsequent case that involved the raising of an existing commercial building and in its place a commercial mixed-use building on the site, one case that ought to be continued at a future meeting. As they neared the end, the ZBA discussed the status of a variety of projects involving comprehensive permit, construction, and more around town. This has been your Duxbury Government Access on the local scene.
We are so glad you stopped by. If you would like to support community in action through media, please consider donating to the local scene. The QR code here will take you where you need to go. Thanks, friend.